Hello everyone, I am going to walk you through a video tutorial on LiveText for student teaching supervisors. Now generally with this kind of thing, step one is how do you register? We actually already have that video available for you, and I'm proud to show you that it is on the brandman.edu/CII website. Bremen University Center for Instructional Innovation. Again, that website, brandman.edu/CII, Center for Instructional Innovation. On the faculty page, you will find a section on LiveText. And one of the things there is the faculty registration video. So that information already exists. What we are going to be talking about right now is how you, the student teaching supervisor, accesses the evaluation forms you need to complete. So you've already registered and you put in the username that you created and the password. This is a dummy account, so please don't worry, there's no FERPA drama here, it's all good. If you're teaching any courses that term as well, you may very well likely see the signature assignment that you will be in charge of grading showing up. But in general, what you will see are the formative and summative areas that you need to go in and complete the forms, the rubrics. How do you do that? Once I walk you through this, it will completely make sense. Notice under the title, formative, summative, you have a bar. This one is solid red. This one is yellow and green. Throughout all of LiveText, these colors are used consistently. Red means that the students have not yet submitted the artifact for the assignment. Well, for what you all are doing, there will be no submission. So you are the only group that sees red and doesn't worry that the students haven't done their work yet. Notice in the title we even put the words, students, no submission required, because I guarantee you there's going to be some type A like me who's going to panic and think, oh, there's something I was supposed to put this in. No, relax, it's okay. Up here, this is a traditional quote-unquote assignment. One student has not yet submitted. Yellow means that the students have submitted something, or I as the professor have started grading this but didn't complete it. Green means the assessment is completed and the forms and the evaluation have been sent back to the student. So you'll look at my summative, you'll see there's one here that's yellow. Well, either some student got carried away and submitted something that was unnecessary, which will probably happen, and no harm, no foul. You don't have to grade it. Just when you complete your assessment, you can add a note saying you didn't need to post anything here, it's all good. Or you can just ignore it. Or this may mean I started grading this one and didn't finish it. But either way, whichever color I click on under the title will get me where I need to go. Don't click on the title. That's going to take you in the back end and make this more confusing. Click on the bar. See, I have 5 students, 5 students, 5 students. Click on the bar. Doesn't matter what color. Okay. Notice again the red, yellow, green. They're very consistent. This is excellent design. Well, I haven't started any of these assessments and I haven't completed any, so all of my students are over here. To access the rubric for the individual, all I have to do is click on their name. Okay, so here is the kicker. This is where I need to be. Right here. Big blue button. Delicious. Tells me that this is where my rubric is. Now before I even access that, there's something I want to do so that it doesn't confuse the student. Notice there is a grade box here. Well, for you all, student teaching supervisors, you're not putting a grade in, and this is not where you put the pass or don't pass. So for you, before you even touch the rubric, I strongly recommend you go ahead and type in NA, just so the student doesn't think you forgot something. Oh, and look at that. It already turned from red to yellow because I hit return and it thought it meant, oh, I'm working on this. That's the save as I saved it. Notice student 1 is now in the yellow and it's got this little icon. No harm, no foul. I just didn't finish working on it yet. If you're working on a student form and you're not able to finish it, you can simply click the Save button. It will turn from red to yellow, but it hasn't gone to the student yet. You can finish it later. But let's get back to what we're trying to get done here. The assessment rubric. Built in, right here, the delicious blue button. I click on that, and I get a pop-up box. This is my rubric for all the TPAs. All right, now, here's the thing. Right now, it's kind of trapped within the frame of my internet browser. Let's say I want to make it bigger. No worries. Right here in the corner, I've got the X to close it. I've also got, right there, undock. I click the undock. Now I can see as much as I want. I can make it nice and big. No harm, no foul. Same rubric, I'm just resizing it. Now, I've resized my rubric. How do I fill this thing out? You don't type in it. It won't let you type in it. But notice when I scroll my mouse over the different cells, they turn a gray or a dark blue. Whichever one I click on, see how it stayed dark blue? Now look down in the right-hand corner, 3 points. That is how you grade the rubric. You literally go through and click the appropriate cell. Can you change once you've clicked a cell? Absolutely. Until you have completed the rubric and click the big green Submit Assessment button, you absolutely positively can modify the rubric. So here it is. Now, you've got focused attention needed, 1 point. Progressing towards expectations, 2 points. Meets expectations, 3 points. Exceeds, 4 points. Then you've got NA. NA, for all practical purposes, is not observed. So that would be 0 points. All right? So if there is something, one of these TPEs, just you did not observe anything having to do with it, it's your call, however you do your grading. I'm not telling you how to grade, but if you're looking for the not observed, it's the NA. That would be the 0 points for that. All right? So, wait a minute, I'm grading this rubric, but I want to give some feedback. Well, you've got a couple different ways. One thing that's really lovely is if you look over here on the left-hand row, the criterion, there's this little cartoony dialog box, the Add a Comment box. If I click on that, look, I get this comment box directly under the row. How fabulous is this? So I've already got context to my feedback. So the student earned a 4, exceeds expectations. Wow, this was so brilliantly embedded into the work you did. Blah, 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 blah. You don't have to do this. I personally, as a fellow instructor, I am recommending you do this. Other people like to give their notes in different fashion. It's cool, whatever works for you. But I'm telling you, this feature is here and it's really lovely. Again, it gives that context right here while they're looking at the rubric, particularly if they have one where they didn't do so hot. Let's say over here, TPE2. Yeah, that was only 1 point. Now I'm going to give my context. Okay, only 1 here because you forgot to blah, 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 and I noticed blah, 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 okay? Boom. Now, I go down and I complete the whole of the rubric. Do I have to complete this rubric? Yes. These checked, dark blue, whatever you want to call it, the cells you have selected, this is the magic of LiveText. All the assessment reports are pulled off of which cells on these rubrics are clicked. So no, once we move forward, once we have officially made the switch, which I believe will be fall 2 of 2011 and going forward, we cannot only do the paper. I believe some people are planning on still doing paper and this, but the point is, once we start using this, you must complete the whole of the rubric. Every one of the TPEs must have the appropriate box clicked. A 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Again, I'm definitely leaving comments for my 2 and my 1. Definitely doing that. All right. So I complete the whole of the rubric. All right. 40 points. All right. Let me double check every single row has it. Yep. All right. I'm done. What do? I simply close it. It's holding the information. If I want to double check, I click the big blue button again. Boom, there it is. I can double, triple check. Again, let's say, you know what, I want to think about this some more. I'm not sure this one's ready to go. I will save it rather than submit it. It's here waiting for me to finish. I come in, yeah, you know what, it's done. I'm good, I got the NA, I've completed the rubric. Do I have any extra notes that I want to attach as a doc? No, but I do want to leave a couple more comments here, blah, 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 blah. Ready? Haven't sent this to the student yet. It's yellow. Green, submit assessment. Once I click this, it goes directly to the student and I cannot manipulate it. It's out of my hands. Boom. And there it is. Student 1 has received their information. Now that was the formative, right? Well, what about the summative? It's the exact same process. All right? I can click on the bar anywhere. Now for my summative, these are already done, but this one I started and didn't complete. If I hadn't even touched one, it would be over here. Exact same process. I click on the student's name. I access the rubric. Look, it'll be in exactly the same spot. Right there, same blue button. No harm, no foul. Okay, what didn't I do yet? I didn't put the NA for this one. Whoop, hello. And how much of this rubric did I get done? Whoops, I didn't even start this rubric. All right. You know what? I can't finish this now. I don't have time. I'll do it later. Save. No harm, no foul. Nothing lost. Hang on, though. What happens if this student, who I haven't completed their summative of, if they don't finish their student teaching until the next term? What shows up on your dashboard are only quote-unquote active assignments. What does that mean? It means that current term. So if this student's student teaching bleeds over from fall 1 into fall 2, they won't show up on my dashboard. But it's okay. There's a very, very easy way to access it. Look up here in the upper right-hand corner. The term I'm in will show up here. Fall 1, fall 2, winter, spring 1, spring 2, whatever. But I need to view another term. Right there. View other terms. Click on it. Which term am I looking for? I'm looking for fall 1. Boom. View the selected term. And my student will show back up here. All right. I'll be back with this. There's my yellow, whatever. Red, yellow, whatever it is. Honestly, that's it. Really and truly. Now, I've done a couple live trainings so far, and I had people asking specific questions like, well, what about getting a sign-off from the student? What about X? What about Y? Those are issues that will be answered coming from our Associate Dean. I'm just showing you how to use the software. So that's literally it. If you need further assistance, you can contact us here at the Center for Instructional Innovation. Please come here and look for information. Brandman.edu/CII. Brandman.edu/CII. There's the faculty page, staff, and student page. All right, I hope that helps. Have a great day. Thank you very much.